Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical and welcome back to another episode of Sea Salt Snippets. Today for you guys, we've got some spicy topics to talk about, so without further ado, let's just dive straight into it. First up for today, we have more Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers. I don't know if you really want to call them trailers, but there is going to be a lot of new Kingdom Hearts 3 videos and clips releasing from the 19th of January onwards until the release of Kingdom Hearts 3 in Japan, obviously on the 25th of January. Now, we actually explained this a couple of days ago in a video, but at the moment, the Japanese Kingdom Hearts Twitter account are actually doing these really cool countdown posts leading up to the launch of Kingdom Hearts 3 in Japan, like I said, on the 25th of January. Each day, they're actually posting out a brand new image from a quote from the game itself. And on the odd chance, there is sometimes some news attached to these posts as well, directly from Tetsuya Nomura. Now, thanks to Gold Panna, as always, for the translations, we know exactly what Tetsuya Nomura said, specifically on the 11 days remaining post, where I actually mentioned that there is going to be some Kingdom Hearts 3 videos that will be released very soon. So this is the news right here. The announcements have been light because many offices closed for the 3-day weekend. Now, from the 19th, the countdowns will be videos. They're adorable and being made out of house, which is a luxury. Look forward to them, Nomura. So Nomura is saying that rather than having pictures and stuff for the countdowns from the 19th onwards until the 25th, we will be receiving these apparently adorable and cute Kingdom Hearts 3 videos. Now, Tetsuya Nomura also mentioned that they are being made out of house, which I'm guessing means that they're not actually being made at the Square Enix offices. Rather, these videos are being made externally. So maybe something like the editing will seem a little bit different in these clips compared to what we're usually used to, but I'm interested to see exactly what these are. I wouldn't go as far to say that these are trailers, but more so, like Tetsuya Nomura said right here, videos. Most likely they'll be short, sweet, straight to the point. I'm hoping that they kind of focus on like smaller, minor features of the game. One thing that I've been talking about constantly over the past like year, 2 years sort of thing, is a little bit of a feature on synthesis. I really want to see synthesis, and I think at this point we probably won't see any of it until we actually play the game for ourselves. But if these other smaller videos that will be releasing very soon sort of do focus on smaller things to do with the game, then I am hoping that at least synthesis is one of them. Now, I thought we'd actually just talk about the countdown posts as well for those of you who actually haven't seen these so far. Like I said, they generally consist of a bunch of really cool pictures as well as a quote from the game itself. So let's take a look at all of the ones we currently have so far. This one right here is the 13 days to go post, which shows us a bunch of the different Seekers of Darkness. We have Xemnas, Vanitas, Xigbar, Young Master Xehanort, Larxene, but the quote right here says we only need his heart in order to forge the key, we do not need his soul. Now, I believe that this is in reference to that of either Terra or Sora. We obviously do know that as of right now, Xehanort does currently have hold over Terra, as yes, Master Xehanort does have Terra's heart. The soul thing is interesting though. We do know that the Lingering Will is technically Terra's soul, and obviously that's a part of Terra that Xehanort doesn't need in order to, of course, have him as a Seeker of Darkness. Now, obviously Xehanort is going to need all 13 Seekers of Darkness in order to forge the Keyblade, so hence the reason that's why I believe this could be referring to that of Terra. At the same time too, this could also be in reference to that of Sora, not necessarily needing Sora's soul, but more so his heart, something they tried to do in Dream Drop Distance. Next up is the 12 Days to Go post, and this shows us some pictures of Sora, Donald, and Goofy teaming up. The quote right here says we thought you might be able to use a couple more half pints. This is kind of cool. It's sort of a reference to that of what was said at the end of 0.2 Birth by Sleep, but at the very end of that game, Sora, Donald, and Goofy make their way to Yen Sid's tower. We see a conversation with the group, but during this conversation, a little bit of shade is actually thrown towards Sora, with him being described as being a half pint, a little bit of an insult towards his ability. So either Donald or Goofy are talking, but yeah, they're obviously referring to themselves as also being half pints, points as well. Next is the 11 days to go post. We can clearly see a picture of Sora and King Mickey in the Keyblade graveyard. The quote right here says, "I'll need both your help if we're gonna push Xehanort out of this world." Now, I would say Mickey is obviously speaking these words and most likely talking to both Riku as well as Sora. And last up is the 10 days to go post right here. We can clearly see a very nice picture of Master Xehanort, and the quote says, "Darkness spread across the world like a plague, leaving nothing but ruin." I believe that Master Xehanort might be referring to the events in which transpired after everything that happened in the Kingdom Hearts Key Saga, where the worlds fell to that of darkness. He could also be referring to the events that happened at the end of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, where we do obviously know that during that point, a lot of the worlds also fell to darkness too before the events of Kingdom Hearts 1. However, those are all of the countdown posts from the Japanese Kingdom Hearts Twitter account thus far. However, the ones from the 19th onwards are definitely the ones to look forward to, as of course we will be receiving a bunch of videos. Next up for today, we recently got to listen to 2 battle themes for Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, the official English Kingdom Hearts Twitter account a couple of days ago ended up posting out this really cool video of this, I guess, professional yo-yoer playing around with some yo-yos, actually the exact same yo-yos from the ones we get to use during the Keyblade transformation in Kingdom Hearts 3, but to the point, he's doing a lot of tricks, like some pretty damn impressive tricks, and we actually get to see some unseen twin yo-yos gameplay, which is kind of cool. The most exciting part about this specifically is the music that is actually playing during this video, which, yes, it runs for about 40 seconds, and I'm guessing is the Monstropolis battle theme. Gotta say, this is absolutely bumping. Like, every single time I listen to this, dude, goosebumps galore. But it doesn't just stop there. We actually got to hear the Kingdom Hearts 3 version of the Twilight Town battle theme. For the most part, it does sound the same, but then also not the same at the same time. There's a lot of the same, but yet not the same at the same time. This has gotta stop! Square today also released another video that is advertising a really cool giveaway that they're actually doing as of right now, where there will be 3 lucky winners who apparently will be able to choose a Disney-inspired trip of their choice. Don't know exactly what that means, but sounds pretty cool. Be sure to hit that up on the official Kingdom Hearts Twitter if that does interest you. But this right here is the Kingdom Hearts 3 Twilight Town battle theme. Obviously, it has gone through quite a bit of a remaster since the original version from Kingdom Hearts 2, but it sounds absolutely drop-dead awesome. And last up for today, I thought we'd talk a little bit about the Final Fantasy VII Remake, seeing as it has been just such a damn long time. Now, the Final Fantasy VII Remake is always a very interesting discussion topic, a game that people have been waiting many years for, being obviously announced back in 2015, and also not really receiving anything substantial since 2015, yet the home front on the Final Fantasy VII Remake has been pretty damn quiet for quite some time. Now, keeping in mind that last year, during the time of E3, Tetsuya Nomura did actually mention within the various amount of interviews he was involved in that development on Final Fantasy VII is now actually in full force and that it is actually progressing very smoothly. He sort of made a follow-up comment to that comment that was posted back in June of last year in an interview in November, where he said that basically, yes, the remake is still progressing smoothly and that various announcements have been planned. They do plan on talking about and showing off more to do with the Final Fantasy VII Remake once Kingdom Hearts 3 has released. So I would definitely say that throughout 2019, Square Enix's focus will obviously shift from Kingdom Hearts 3 over to that of the Final Fantasy VII Remake. No doubt by the time E3 2019 hits, hopefully we'll get our next look at the Final Fantasy VII Remake, considering, yeah, it's almost been 4 years since we last saw anything substantial to do with it. However though, recently within a Famitsu post, a lot of the different heads over at Square Enix, specifically the Japanese side, talked about their resolution and keywords for 2019. This is actually something they tend to do every single year with Famitsu. Now, like usual, Tetsuya Nomura was involved in this, and his keyword resolution and exactly what he is paying attention to this year is fairly interesting. So first of all, let's look at the keyword. His keyword for 2019, and of course it's cryptic because it is Tetsuya Nomura, is 7. Now, I believe that this could be in reference to two things, both Kingdom Hearts 3 and obviously, well, as well as the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, the reason why I think it's Kingdom Hearts is, well, obviously Kingdom Hearts 3 finally releases this year, and that we do know the number 7 is a pretty big deal to that of the series. Well, both 7 and 13. But then also at the same time, I think it's totally possible that this could be a little bit of a tease towards that of the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I believe it probably points more so towards that than Kingdom Hearts. And like he did mention last year, his 2019 resolution, various plans will be announced again, most likely stuff to do with the remake, towards finally being able to start talking about the game thoroughly, showing off more footage, and seeing exactly where the remake is currently sitting as of right now, especially after the course of 4 years of not seeing anything to really do with the game. And lastly, the thing that Tetsuya Nomura is paying attention to in 2019 is Avengers Endgame. Yes, the continuation of the MCU. I too am also looking forward to this, but interesting that he brings this up. I don't know if this has any really direct correlation to a possible Avengers tease. In case you guys don't know, Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics, a sub-studio of Square Enix, are actively developing the Avengers project for consoles. We were hoping to hear a little bit more about this at the Video Game Awards in December of 2018, but unfortunately didn't. And since its announcement back at the start of 2017, literally like pretty much nothing has really been heard on this game, apart from a little bit of information that came out last month with them saying that, look, we know people wanted to see more on the Avengers project. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to show off just yet, but we will share more when the time is right. I think this year will be very interesting for Square Enix. There's obviously a lot of things under wraps in the ways of the Avengers project, the Final Fantasy VII Remake. We of course have Kingdom Hearts 3 on the horizon. It's also going to be interesting to see how well Left Alive ends up doing. I'm not expecting too many great things to come out of this game. Yeah, cool, they have the artist that does all of the, you know, Metal Gear Solid arts and all that. And this was originally something I was sort of interested in, but honestly, I think as more footage comes out to do with this game, the less I become interested. However, I'm definitely going to give it a chance. So yeah, 2019 is certainly going to be an interesting one for Square Enix. However guys, that is pretty much going to wrap up today's episode of Sea Salt Snippets. In the comment section down below guys, please be sure to leave your thoughts and opinions. With all that being said, I'm Cynical, hopefully you're having a fantastic day, and until next time guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.
Hit them on the page, you'll be coming through stunning. Go dead my mouth when you suckers be bluffing. Milk crank, gaming up the bitch though. Catch me in the back playing Super Nintendo.